Well, hello, Glue Troopers. Max and Max's Models here. So, yesterday I was working on the two Spitfires in the Tarbis, and the Mark V. I had to mix up some paints for it to do the camouflage pattern. Now, this one's going to be putting American markings. So, I'm sitting here trying to figure out which one of these color palettes is which and get the paint all mixed up. And I'm looking at the little black and white schedule to give you which one's the green, which one's the gray. And the whole time I'm doing this, I finally realized they have a picture on the side of the box. I don't want to tell you how much time I wasted on the internet. So after masking off the underside, I shot it in gray, then used the Aztec putty to mark it off, and then shot the green, which I gotta admit, by keeping the Aztec putty kind of thick, I got some acceptable feathered edges, and not unhappy with it. Not perfect, but kind of liking it. And then it was time to get started on the other one, the Battle of Britain Mark I with the black and white wings. And this one I shot the green first because it was going to have the brown. I figured the brown would show up better. Well, as the green was hardening, I went back to the other one and realized there's a white cigar band on the rear of the fuselage. And I checked the decal sheet. They do not have a decal for it. So I decided to mask it off. I inadvertently moved it a little too far forward, but it did make it easier to mask. Burnished it all down, hit it with a few coats of flat white, and it came out acceptable. Not perfect. Then I started using the putty on the spinner, and because I'm going to make a spinny prop on this one, and that did not go well. So let the putty harden, went and decaled up the one that's going to be in American markings, and I kept playing with the spinner and the spinny prop, and I've got a lot of work to do. I'm sure it'll come out okay, but not perfect. Painted up the bottom, made sure all the seams were gone, and the wheels and tires are painted the way they were supposed to be, and let that harden, and then got off onto the Battle of Britain Mark I. And again, I kept the diagram in front of me, had the green on it, so I put the putty, and it was a little bit easier to do it this time. You can do it enough times, you learn not to get things backwards. Then got it with the earth tone brown. And I thought I might have made it a little too light, but I think according to the picture on the box, it might actually be a bit on the dark side, but I like the way it looks. And the one thing I left off on the bottom was the carburetor uptake scoop, because the stripe goes right down the middle and there was no way I could mask off around it. So I painted that separately by hand, and that'll go on tomorrow. So then it was, I took one insurance photograph of the American one with the propeller from the Mark I, just so I'd have a photo show what it's supposed to look like. Got it glued up on the stand, but still got a long way to go on that spinner. Went ahead and glued it to the clear part, and that will be part of probably tomorrow's kickoff project. Also got started on that airliner that was for the little moving control stick that was given to me by Ricky Wagner, and I'm going a basic paint job for it, but looked at my decals, and Pan Am seemed to be the best one. I did have an oversized blue stripe. I didn't like the way it looked, plus the decal kept breaking up, so no, we'll just go with the Pan Am pure white with the logo, and maybe I can find some nice stripes in there or something, but that's where I'm at with that right now. Wound up having to glue both engines back on. The other one had popped off. But that was pretty much where I left things for the day. And that's all I have to say about that. I want to thank everyone who made the live stream. Hope you had a good time. And I want to thank Trey for coming out and joining us on the live stream. So, guys, that's where we're at. We'll talk at you later. And as always, model on.